Good morning, everybody. This is Dylan with Designs by Dylan, and I'm here at Ellis Home and Garden this morning to showcase their beautiful products and make another beautiful wreath for you guys. So as you come in today, go ahead and drop your comments down below with your name, where you're watching from. We love to see. And again, any questions or comments that you have, drop them down below. I'm having a little bit of computer trouble this morning. I can't see your comments, so Dina's going to relay all of your questions to me as we go throughout the video. So I hope everyone's having a blessed week. It's Tuesday. I feel like it's like Friday or something, even though it's been 2 days. But this week is really starting to slow down for me because my installs are starting to slow down. So like I said, I can have a moment to start decorating my house. I have all my Christmas up. You know, I just moved with Josh on the 15th of November. But I never realized how expensive it was to move. Not only the expenses as far as like the deposits, but the decor. Oh my God. So you know, the other day I spent a fortune in the store and I thought, oh, I've got all this stuff. No, honey, I did the coffee table and that was all. So I've got to go back, but I've just got to go and go after one thing at a time. But I'll get there eventually. But I hope you guys are having a great week and that your house is decorated for the holidays. A lot of my clients that I've been doing, you know, later on in the season, which is right here this week, have family coming in, which is super exciting. I know my family is going to be here on the 22nd, the day after my housewarming, and we are going to be celebrating Christmas early with them on the 22nd, so I cannot wait. So that's why I got to have my house done, so that not only can the people at my housewarming party, you know, enjoy it all, but also my family when they come in. So we're going to be doing a grapevine wreath today. I want to remind everybody that here at Ellis Home and Garden, they have an item of the week every single week, and what that means is that item is 50% off. And it's online only at ellishomeandgarden.com, so you can purchase either a round or an oval 24-inch grapevine wreath at ellishomeandgarden.com, as well as all the products that you see me using today to make this winter wreath. And not only do we have these products, but there's a lot more variety on there. There's florals, there's poinsettias, there's balls, there's ribbon. All of those things are, again, available at ellishomeandgarden.com. And you want to make sure you get on there today and get these 24-inch oval or round grapevine wreaths for 50% off savings. Because, honey, we're always buying on a budget, and I'll be on there getting me some too for my own personal use.
Princess Stella is so cute.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I showed Stella last night on Dylan's Divas, which is my paid monthly group, and you can find information about that on my Facebook page, Designs by Dylan. But I showed Stella. If y'all don't know who we're talking about, that is my new standard poodle that Josh and I got. She's black. She's so cute. The potty training is about to be the death of me. But she really does okay, but like 2 times in a row in the same spot, I have a brand new couch, okay? She peed on my couch. And I was like, ugh. I had to take a moment and just before I killed her. But I know it's not her fault. The first time, she was asleep. And the first time I got up to turn on the fireplace and I turned around and she'd already peed. And I was like, ugh. So it was kind of my fault. And then last night, the same thing happened. I got up to go pee, and when I got back, she had peed on this couch again. And you know, puppies, they pee a river. It's not just like a little trickle, honey. It's a river. So I just had to work on the couch and scrub it, and hopefully it's okay. But now I know, do not ever take your eyes off her when on the couch, because she will pop a squat, and she did. So she's doing pretty good, though. Tomorrow's her first trip to the groomer, which I'm excited about because we're going to get her all dolled up, you know, and get her nails painted. Josh was like, we don't need her nails painted. I said, no one asked you, okay? We're getting her nails painted, and she's going to have a cute collar on, and I want her feet shaved and a little pom-pom tail. So I'll have to, maybe I'll bring her up here one Tuesday and show you guys on this video. That'd be fun. I'll have Dina babysit her while Dina can hold the dog and read the comments all at the same time. And so yeah, she's super fun. But anyway, so let's get started, guys. So we're having the 24-inch oval grapevine wreath. That's what we're using as our base today. You could definitely use something else if you don't like grapevine, but you know, like the evergreen, the PVC form, which is like a basic standard Christmas wreath. You could still get the same look on that wreath. I just like the finish on the grapevine. It's very woodsy and natural, and we're starting to transition out of Christmas into winter, basically, because you don't want to pop right into spring. So the design I'm using today still has some Christmas elements in it, and it's got a little bit of color, which is going to be some lime green. But it's still, it's toned down a lot. It's not so Christmassy, it's not so in your face. We're not using ribbon today. We're not using poinsettias. It's more of just foliage. And we're going to create a round 360-degree wreath, meaning all the way around, with these particular florals and foliages that I have selected for today's video. So to start...
Is Josh feeling better?
Josh is not, y'all. He stayed home from work today. And he's at home in the bed, honey. He got up this morning and he went in there. I thought he was getting ready for work, and I had got ready, and I came back in the bathroom, and he was already back in the bed, and he's like, I just can't do it. And he sounds like horrible. He's got like a cold, or, you know, like in Texas, I don't know about where you guys live, but in Texas, it's cold one day, and it's hot the next. And I think going back and forth, it really screws with your allergies. And so he is, I think, got that. Hopefully that's all it is. and he keeps saying, feel my head. I'm like, I don't want to touch you because I don't want to be sick. So he's taking the day off and just taking it easy. So hopefully he feels better by tomorrow. Okay, so we're going to start with a little base, and we're going to be using this spray right here. Again, you can find this at ellishomeandgarden.com. It's got a lot of different elements, and that's why I chose this. It's got the small berries, the large berries, the cedar or the pine up here, and look at this piece back here. This looks like a natural piece of pine. So it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different elements, including the pine cone that I'm going to take off. Because y'all know I cannot stand the pine cones, but you can leave them on if you want. So that is why I chose this, and we're going to use this to create our base on this wreath before we add any other ingredients in. And again, I chose this because of the different selections that are on here. So we're going to clip that pine cone off. Dina, don't step on it, roll your other ankle. And we clipped it off, and so now we're actually going to leave this whole.
Morning, Jackie.
Hey, Jackie, how are you? Girl, I'm having a little computer trouble. I can't see the comments, so I'm glad Dina said something. Actually, we're not going to leave this whole. I'm going to bend it back, and I'm going to cut this in half. So therefore, I have 2 picks. And you probably remember I do this on a lot of different items. So now,
Katie's asking, is there any other way to find your Facebook page, Designs by Dylan? Because she keeps putting it in, it comes up North Carolina.
oh, Katie, honey, I'm not in North Carolina. No, it's just, are you doing Dylan, D-Y-L-A-N? It's Designs by Dylan, D-Y-L-A-N. You can find me on Facebook that way. All right, so I cut this in half, and now I have 2 picks. So now I'm going to start working my way around the wreath. Now remember, the wreath is round, so you want to keep your shape. So everything that you add or insert into the wreath, make sure you follow the pattern of the wreath. Get a little glue over here. We're going to start right here near the top. And I'm going to kind of remember, shape everything as you add it in, because nothing is permanent until you go back and you fluff it, because you want everything to look as if it's growing naturally. And we're just going to follow this pattern around the wreath. Let me turn up my glue a little bit. We're going to start following the wreath all the way around. So you guys been watching all of the Christmas movies on TV. You know, when my sister and I, we went to Beaumont a couple weeks ago. Maybe it was a week ago. No, we did not. I went to Beaumont. Where were we at? We were on the way to Frisco to decorate Texas Bank and Trust. And my sister, we were talking about the Christmas movies, and she was telling me that they're having like this big controversy because ABC Family, or Freeform now, you know, has a lineup of Christmas movies every year, the classics that we like Christmas Vacation and Christmas Story and Miracle on 34th Street. Well, this year they completely jacked up their lineup, and they have like Toy Story 3. Is that a Christmas movie? No. They have Last Size, which who cares? And they aren't playing any of the classics, and so their ratings were going down. So AMC released a Christmas lineup for the first time, and they did all the classics. So you know where my channel has been on AMC, because I love, and one of my favorite ever Christmas movies is Christmas with the Cranks. And they played it the other night. Have you seen that? You have not? Do you have a DVD player? Okay, I have it on DVD. I'm going to bring it for Dina. It's got Jamie Lee Curtis and Tim Allen. And I love Jamie Lee Curtis, and it's super funny. But they played that the other night, so on Sunday, we stayed on the couch and watched Christmas movies all day. And Josh that's when he started not feeling well. And so that's what we did all weekend, basically. Well, he did. I mean, I was up in the middle of all that trying to decorate the house. And let me tell you what I did yesterday. Hold on just a sec. So don't forget, as we're adding these in, guys, we're going to go around the wreath. Again, keep it in that circular pattern because this wreath is circular. And don't forget that these grapevine wreaths that are 24 inches are the item of the week here at Ellis, and you can find them on their website for 50% off. And we don't do that in store. So you want to make sure that you pop on the website and get yours today while they are on sale. What was I saying? Oh, okay. So y'all know I collect Department 56, and so I have a ton, and I have every nook and cranny in my house full. So I could possibly not fit any more. So when that happens, that means it's time to get some more. So we, I don't know, well, I guess everybody, on Facebook, they have Facebook Marketplace, which is a little icon at the bottom of your phone. And every once in a while, you know, just for fun, I just pop on there and I type in Department 56, and most of the time, they have some, and it's at a good price, but it's located, you know, in Egypt, and so I don't have time to drive, and I don't want to drive because I would use that money I'd have got for in my gas. So I was watching one of those Christmas movies the other night, and I got on there, and they had this storage building full. I mean, it was floor to ceiling. They had rows in this full of Department 56, and it said prices vary, and it didn't say the location. So I messaged the guy. Let me add this one right down here. Alright. So I messaged the guy and I was like, hi, I saw you have, I was starting to get, my heart was starting to beat. And I was short of breath, I got so excited. And so I messaged the guy and I said, hi, just wondering what your prices are and where you're located. He was located in Hallsville, Texas, 5 seconds from my house. And he said, $20. I said, are you sure? And he said, yes. I never got the car so fast, honey. I left skid marks in the driveway. And I flew down there to that storage building last night, and I had shorts on and a t-shirt, and it was freezing outside. I didn't even know it was cold. And I got into that storage building, and it was like a kid at Christmas, honey. $20. My sister came with me to make sure, we didn't get killed, and to have a rape whistle on. And so we flew in the storage building. I was throwing packages to her. She was throwing them on the ground. Throwing stuff. I said, oh, Morgan, I want this one. Throwing it over there. It was like the assembly line at the North Pole. And so I was literally throwing boxes to Morgan, and she was throwing them out on the ground. And I was like, okay. And so I was like, how much have I spent? How much have I spent? And he told me, and I said, oh, we can get a few more. And so I would run through there. Honey, I was searching high and low. I was out of breath, had a Charlie horse. Finally got through, though, and I got probably, I think, 20 pieces of brand new. He said his dad collected, and he passed away, and he had all this stuff, and he said his dad collected it, and he opened some of it up to see what it looked like, but he never displayed them. So brand new for those prices. And one of the pieces I got is on eBay for a ton. But I'm lucky to have it now. So I've already decided I'm going to have to build some shelving. And so I've been on the DIY channel. Sorry, Hallmark. I had a, trader. And I found out how to build a shelf. So I'm going to put a shelf above my washer and dryer. And I can fit 5 houses. It's going to look like a hoarder. No, just kidding. Classy, remember. So that is what I did last night. So I can't wait to display all that stuff. If you're just joining, guys, remember this. I'm Dylan with Designs by Dylan, and I'm here at Ella's Home and Garden every Tuesday at 10 o'clock with Dina here, and we are doing a beautiful winter wreath. So a lot of these elements that we're using today are going to be considered winter. So you have a question?
Christina was asking, did he have retired pieces?
Retired pieces. Every single one I got is retired, okay? One of the earliest ones was from 1995. And then I got a lot from the year 2000. And I forget what year it is they transitioned from the black and white paper to the colored boxes. All retired. And he has a whole nother storage locker. Oop, I forgot to tell you all this. He has a whole nother storage locker in Longview full of it too. And he told me I could have first dibs. And I was thinking, oh my God. I was feeling, my butt was burning because my credit card was on fire. And I would have got more last night, but I had Morgan get me a certain amount of cash, and I ran out of cash, and I was about to say, you take checks? And so he's got that. Oh, and he's got Possible Dreams Santas through the roof in the original boxes, never been opened, and those are originally like $85 to $150 at Dillard's and certain stores, $15. My heart started to go out. I'm in AFib over here. So anyway, I'm going back to get some of those too.
Jackie's laughing. She says you're planning on using power tools?
Yeah, Jackie, girl. Yes, I told you I've been at the DIY network. It doesn't look too hard. I just want one of those shelves with the, what do you call those, L brackets? You put on the wall and then you just lay the board across. My shelf will probably be like this. But we'll just call that a slope for the ski slope.
But you use the level floor.
I know. Y'all will be so proud of me. Let me tell you what we're doing real quick and then I'll keep on. So if you just joined us, guys, we're making a winter wreath. And remember, it's going to be all the way around. So we started at the top. I'm cutting this stem in 2 pieces. And I'm just filling this out to create my foundation. Let me grab my drink. I'm parched after these stories. Okay.
Carrie said she saw that post and was wondering about the prices.
If you live here, girl, you should go. I'm telling you. And he didn't just have 56. He had Lemax and he had Midwest, which are all great village pieces. He had train sets. Oh my god, that's all I need is a freaking train. But anyway, he had train sets. Do you guys have a train around your tree? If you do, leave a comment and let me know. And I'm going to have to go back and look at them because I can't see them today. But I love a train. And they have this new one. Not really a train. It's this thing. It's from Catherine's collection, which is too expensive for me. I'm sorry. I just blew all my money at the storage building. But they have this Santa and reindeer that go in the center of your tree. And it circles your tree. And everyone's had it. And I was like, oh my god, I got to have one. So I think I messaged Damon actually because he had it. And I was like, how much is that? $399. I cannot. If I want a Santa and sleigh, I'll put one on the front yard. Can't do it. But it was super cute.
How much are those picks?
These picks are $9.99 and 50 off, so $5. And you really get 2 picks out of 1 because I'm cutting each one in half to get better use of them. And I do this because I like to know where I place things. And sometimes my shape ends up better if I start adding them in smaller portions. Okay, so y'all are talking about power tools. So I actually had to hang curtains. My mom helped me a little, but I did all the work. I got up with the tape measure. I measured out from the window, found the stud with the stud finder, put some molly screws in, and I hung up the things, and I used the level. And the first curtain was a little slanted, which is just a freak thing. So I just had to lower one side of the rod just a little bit. This is where it went sideways, Jackie. Let me add this real quick. And just keep following this wreath. Use this as your guidelines or your, I always say, think of this as a coloring book. And you don't want to color outside the line. So the lines are going to be this form that you're using, which is the grapevine wreath. So the only time I had like a little, oh God moment with the curtain installation, curtain rod, is I had to put molly screws in the wall and I put the bracket up there and I, put the holes in. Put the screws in and it held the bracket up there. And I was talking to my mom at the same time. So we got ready to put the rod up there, and all of a sudden it was like shaky. I was like, what the heck? Shaky. And like I was last night, when I got that building, I was like, oh. And honey, I done screwed the screws right beside the molly screws in the sheetrock, and I just pulled that thing out of my hand. Jesus. And the molly screws were in there. I just missed them. So that was the only, little problem I had. But if you overlook that, they look great. My curtains are awesome. I'm going to do a little home tour. The whole time I've had a trash can here. I'm going to do a little home tour when I get my whole house done. Not just for my Christmas stuff, but all my stuff. And I'm going to do it on Designs by Dylan so everyone can see. But I'm very pleased with the curtains. And I got them from Wayfair. And they're super thick and nice. And they weren't that expensive. And y'all know curtains. The thing with curtains, it's not the curtains that are so high. It's the curtain rods. I didn't know they were so expensive. But a little DIY also I learned when I was on that channel is that you can take like one of those dowel rods like this thick at Lowe's and stain it and just screw you some ends in for $5 and you got a curtain rod.
Cindy says her train keeps experiencing train wrecks by the name of Lady.
Yeah, see, and we have, that cat, excuse me, Josh has that cat, and Salem would throw that thing off the tracks. We would have a collision. And I don't want Santa to crash, on the way. So, I don't know how we would do with the train. Or Stella, that's the new poodle. She'd go up and eat it.
Okay, he's cutting them off right now. They're on the floor. But yes, he is throwing them away.
Well, I'm probably going to save them for the other designers because they love pine cones. They're just not my thing. But some of the other designers here love them. Love them,
Gayla loves pine cones.
Yeah, Gayla. She's a great designer here in Longview, and she loves pine cones a lot, so she uses them all the time. So I usually just go in there and bring her a whole basket. It makes her day. I always tell her, don't ever say I didn't give you nothing. Okay, so we're going to continue. We've got one more of these, and you can see your shape is starting to form. So now the other elements that we're going to add in here is really going to help finish out the wreath. And I'm hot gluing every piece in here because remember, once you add this stuff on your door, especially, there's going to be a lot of movement, and you don't want your materials to fall out of your wreath. That ain't cute at all. Alright, so that's what we've got so far. Hi Cindy, William, and Betty, and Jackie. Betty, I'm gonna call you later, girl. I got a little question. I did something. So I'm gonna call you later. Okay. So we've got that on there, and I was just stepping back because remember, it's always good to step back from your projects to really get a good look. And I always say, do the same thing with your clothes, girl, because one time I thought I looked good. It was at the Shania Twain concert, and I got a picture back, and my whole stomach was hanging out. Little did I know I was wearing a crop top to the concert. So it's always good to step back and take a look, because it could be tragic. Okay, so now we have our base form. So now we're going to start adding in some different materials to really break up all of these. And you know my favorite thing to use at Christmas is cedar. And so I have these, which are my favorite. You can purchase these on the Ellis Home and Garden website at ellishomeandgarden.com. $2. So they're $4, half off, $2 for this pick, which is a great price. And so I'm going to add all of this cedar throughout at any of these spaces that I have, and it's really going to help fill it in. And I'm going to show you a trick. So just like what we did with the others, find your center point in this stem and cut it in half. Boom, you got 2 for 1, and this is a better size. It's going to go, more proportion with the materials you already have. You don't want a stem sticking out this far because that will be unproportionate. So we cut these in half.
Diana was asking what that your first one was called, your first pick was called.
Oh, let me tell you, Diana. Let's see. 18-inch Christmas mixed spray with mixed berry. $5 on sale. So now I'm going to go through and fill all this in. Oh my God, Dina, I thought about you last night. Were you at work in Walmart?
No.
It was a CMA Christmas. Did
I
you watch
watched it.
Oh, okay. Let's talk. Did you guys watch? Last night was a CMA Christmas. I didn't like Reva's dress, that red dress. She looked like Red Riding Hood. Did you like it?
I liked it.
I love Reva, but I miss Jennifer Nettles. Who's your favorite performer?
I like Martina. I've always loved Martina.
You like her short hair?
Yeah.
I liked Dan and Shay. They're really cute and fun, and they have a great voice. Is there anybody you didn't like? Because there's somebody I didn't like, and I can't think of their name. It's that guy that sang 2 songs. He had a suit. Well, they all had a suit on. Is his name Brett?
Brett Eldridge.
I didn't really care for him. Do you like him?
I like him on the radio. I don't like him
On the
live.
radio. You don't like him live? Yeah. But it was really good. Did you watch the Pentatonic special?
Mm-mm.
No. You know they're?
Mm-mm.
It's a group of 5, and they're all a cappella. They have like people that beatbox and stuff, so that they make their music. They're real popular. But they had a special on at 9 o'clock after that one, I think. But you know who I love? I don't know if you might have beef with her, dude. Is Leanne Rimes. You like her? She said no. I love her. Do y'all like Leanne Rimes? She sang one year on there, and she was great. And I love that song. Was it called Blue or something? Dina's rolling her eyes. Well, dang. Every person I like, she's good. She'll like. But they were all good. Even Tony Bennett. Look at him, honey, getting out there with his walker. Love him.
Hi, Diana.
Is that Diana Copeland?
Collins.
I'm Collins. I'm sorry. I have a client named Diana Copeland. Hey, Diana, how are you? You should have came up today so I could see you while I'm here.
Oh, Cindy Partain says one of her great nephews was in the front row of the choir, front line of the choir.
Oh my God, that is awesome. Isn't that cool? Your family's there. I have a client, and she went to the taping, and she told me that, a little secret. Oh, I didn't know this because it's pre-recorded. They did it a couple months ago. But she says some of them started and stopped like 10 times until they made it perfect because they wanted to be perfect for TV. Which I didn't know that. So she said the taping was like 4 hours long. Did you know they did that?
Yeah.
You ever
I've got a friend that, because I used to live up there, so I've still got friends that live up there, and I've got one friend, she goes every year.
Oh my gosh. But I don't care. Like, some of them are so good that I would hope they mess up so I can like hear the song 3 or 4 times, Only thing that would have made it better is the Shania Twain sang.
No.
Oh my God, I love it. Yeah, Jennifer Nettles hadn't even, I figured she would still be on there and sing, but she didn't. I don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah, and that's me too.
What'd she say?
She said when I see Leanne on TV and I change the channel.
Why don't you like her, Dina?
I don't like her voice. I don't like her.
She had like a, I thought it might be because, she cheated on her husband, a Lifetime movie. Did y'all hear that story? Anyway, it's my favorite thing Wendy Williams always says. Something will come up about Leanne Rimes, and she had an affair with her husband on the set of that Lifetime movie with Leanne, or what's that movie called? Northern Lights or something like that. But I heard that she had a concert like at a casino here in town, and it was a mess. Like it was horrible. Did you hear that?
I didn't hear that.
Oh, and I forgot to tell you. This is one of my favorite.
That blue trailing.
Oh my God. This is one of my favorites, is the Isaacs. You know who they are?
Yes.
Woo! Okay, do y'all know who the Isaacs are? If you don't, look them up, please. It's this family. So it's the mother, the two sisters, and a brother. And they are incredible. The harmonies, and that one sister with the blonde, she makes the whole band because she can just blow. And they have this song, I don't know if you've seen it. It's about the mother, I guess when she was going through cancer, and they sang it. It's on YouTube. Whoa, the song is so good. I can't even think of what the name of it is. But they do a version of It Is Well, and it is so good. And y'all know I love a hymn, and that's my favorite hymn. I actually bought a picture yesterday for my bedroom that says It Is Well with my soul. It will give you chills. So good. Has anyone on here, I'm going to have Dina tell me, has anyone in your city seen the Natalie Grant and Danny Goki tour this year? Because I went last year, and it was one of the most amazing experiences ever. And I was so excited for them to come back this year. They do it every year. It's called the Celebrate Christmas Tour. And they didn't come to Texas. So, and I was prepared to drive, like if it was within like 3 or 4 hours, but they didn't. But if they are coming to your city, I do recommend going. Have I told that story on here yet? Mm-mm. I'll tell you all that story just a sec.
I will love you through it.
Yes, I'll love you through it. Isn't that so good? You start crying. Okay, so look at what a difference this cedar is making in this roof. Okay, so while I'm adding this in, let me tell y'all. Y'all want to hear this story? Y'all give a thumbs up if you do. Y'all want me to shut up? Tell me. So I'm in a storytelling mood today. More tissues too back here. She's giving me the death eye. Okay, I'm going to step back and look at everything.
There's a few thumbs. Oh, there comes some thumbs.
Okay, let me tell y'all. Okay, so Josh and I, if he's watching, he's probably going to kill me for this. But anyway, we went to Dallas last year, and we went to this Christmas, it was called Christmas Enchanted. It was like this oversized Christmas theme park, and they had lots of decor, and they had like a little vendor set up. And we got into a major fight. And it was like a fight that I woke up, and he was in the chair. And I was like, what happened? You know? And so we woke up, and I just really thought, swear to God, y'all, I thought, oh my God, this is it. I don't know what happened. So we weren't speaking, and I drank too much. I was hungover, I'll be honest. And so I was in a horrible mood. And so we woke up, and we had that concert that night in Longview. So we were driving back to town, and we already paid for that concert, and we had to go. And Josh was like, we're going to the concert, we paid. That's about the only thing he said to me. So we go to the concert, and the whole time I'm walking the concert, and it's the Danny Goki and Natalie Grant concert. I know who Danny Goki is, but I don't know who she is. I knew she was, but I'd never heard her music. So I was feeling horrible, like I was going to throw up, and we weren't speaking, and I didn't know what was going to happen. So we walk into the concert, and we sit down, and we're still not speaking. So the concert started, and as soon as they walked out and started singing, I don't know what happened, okay? But I don't cry ever. I started crying, and everything was fine. Josh and I were fine. I felt better. I didn't feel nauseous anymore. My head didn't hurt. We were fine. And it was crazy, and we had chills, and he was crying. Everybody in there was crying. And I don't know what happened. It just hit you as soon as they started singing, and it was literally the best feeling ever, and it was just the best experience I've ever experienced being there. And so we were so involved in this, and I was like, ooh, I was getting into it. So they did this thing where it's called Operation, no, it's not. Something about a child, you know what I'm talking about? And so you can support a child that lives, somewhere else, like in Ethiopia, for $40 a month. Compassion, that's what it's called, Compassion. And so they were raise your hand if you would like to sponsor a child. And I was like, and so honey, me and Josh adopted a baby. I come in there for a concert, and we walked out with the child, Meseret. And so anyway, she is in Ethiopia, and we pay $40 a month to sponsor her. We get to write her letters, and she writes back to us. It's really cool. But anyway, just saying, if they're coming to your city, you should definitely go see them. It was wonderful. I'd never experienced something like that, and I don't like going to stuff where I feel like they're preaching at you. And it wasn't like that at all. It was like they were speaking. It's like they were talking just to me. Like I felt like even though she's looking over here, she was looking at me. You know, and that can make you feel weird and awkward in some situations. But I felt like I needed that. We needed that. Me and Josh, and we walked out of there two totally different people. And we stopped at Popeyes on the way home, and all was good. So, you know, with that saying, just go. I promise you guys, it's so worth it. And it was literally the best concert I've ever been to. And I was so excited to see him this year. And they weren't in town. So me and Natalie are going to have a little chat, okay? Because I was upset about that. But anyway, hallelujah, we just had church up in here. Okay, so just to get back to the wreath, we did a 24-inch oval grapevine wreath. We started out by adding this berry pick here, which is on sale for $5. We split it in half. I removed the pine cone, added that throughout the wreath to begin, and then I added some cedar. Now, if you're balling on a budget, you don't want to invest a lot of money, again, you can use this wreath to transition you from Christmas to winter until you get ready to put your spring colors out, which I wouldn't recommend doing until probably the end of February. You can leave it like this. It's pretty like this, it's pretty full, but I'm going to add a few other ingredients just to really make this item pop. And you can also add ribbon if you'd like, but I recommend adding your bow first because then you can always add your foliage after that and it's not so congested. So I'm going to go back now and add this spray. I think I used this when I did the champagne grapevine wreath a couple weeks ago, or maybe it was last week. And this is on sale for $5 also. And it's greenery, and I like it. It's got little berries, and it's got some snowy tips on it, and it's just different. And so it's going to kind of lighten all of this up, this darkness. It's going to lighten it up. Did anybody say they went to the concert?
Some are saying they've seen Danny with like casting crowns, but no one's ever gone to both of them.
Okay. It's amazing. And y'all can look this up on iTunes. If you have Apple Music or iTunes, one of the songs that they sing at the very end is The Prayer, which is, Celine Dion sing. So many people sing it, Josh Groban. And they do a duet together, and they cut it. So they have a single out, and it's called The Prayer. You can look it up on iTunes, Danny Goki, Natalie Grant. And their voices together are so good. And Danny can blow. So can she. But it's so good. Okay, so we're going to start adding this now throughout the wreath. So again, lighten it up, give it a different color to it. And we're going to do that throughout the whole thing. Now remember, when adding in your stems, I also cut this one in half because I want it to be in smaller portions. Follow the outline or the pattern that you have going. So you want to make sure you keep everything pointed the same direction. Therefore, it looks very pretty when you're done.
Morgan's on.
Hey, Morgan. I was telling him last night how we were throwing boxes in the storage building with that guy. Whew. If you text me, Dina, let me know. Because he's supposed to be texting me today because he's going to let me go into Longview storage building as well. Remember, cut off those trashy tags, guys. You don't want that on your pretty wreath.
It was the Natalie Grant, Danny Goki concert.
You ever seen her?
Mm-hmm.
Did you like her?
I like her.
And my favorite song she sang was "Oh Holy Night," and she did it. She can do some runs, y'all. Like, I mean, I didn't know. I mean, she was like up in the high, and she had just a piano accompaniment. And I love a piano accompaniment when it's like you can hear the piano, like it's big. And her husband is a producer, and his name is Birdie. I feel like I know these people. Hey, Bern. And he is a professional piano player, and he plays for her. And just to see them like together, it was so good. But it's Oh Holy Night. You can look it up on YouTube. It was so good. I'll send it to you later.
Diane, there'll be a supply list at the end.
Are y'all watching This Is Us? I got caught up. Finally. There was that bombshell at the end. And, at the end of This Is Us, they were talking about how they were getting ready to go see Rebecca. And she was, like, older. I hope she's not, like, in a nursing home or anything. She's like the glue that keeps the family together. Okay, so you can see just on this one half of the wreath, I added in this lighter pick. And it's really started to lighten this up. So now I'm going to continue doing that throughout the other side until we get back up to the top. And don't forget, guys, this grapevine wreath. The 24-inch oval or round is our item of the week. So it's 50% off today. This week only online. So go on there and get that. I think that makes how much are these wreaths? Are they $7.99?
How much are they?
$8.99.
They'll be $4.50.
$4.50.
Tammy's telling Morgan make sure she takes an oxygen tank with you when you go on the next next.
And a defibrillator. Okay? Because I was literally about to black out. I don't do that very often. I do that with Christmas and with food. So, those two things, if you put a good plate of peas in front of me, I'm liable to black out. So, yes, got to be prepared. And Morgan, she was in nursing school, so she knows how to revive me if I happen to crack and bust a tooth out, from blacking out. Yeah. Now she would just slap me in the face, like, wake up, Dylan, quit being dramatic. I'm like, Morgan, I can't do it. Oh my gosh, Dina, you love Disney, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'd never seen Maleficent, ever. And so I watched it the other night. It was so good. They're coming out with another one in 2020. And, her contour was so good. And I wish I had some wings like that flying up in the sky. You like Angelina?
Jolie?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know who I love? I might have told y'all this, but I had noticed one of my favorite actresses, because she's so funny, is Cameron Diaz. And she hadn't really acted in a long time, and so I got online, and she retired from acting. She said that she's worked so hard for all those years. She was doing movie after movie after movie, that now she's just, she's just enjoyed her life. And I was like, well, sorry, get over it. I need another funny movie. I love her.
Sandra, yes, he does wear shorts year round.
That guy was making fun of me last night at the storage building. He was saying, oh my God, you have shorts on? It's free. He was had an Eskimo jacket on. And I was like, I don't even know what's happening. I'm seeing this Christmas stuff. I can't feel any cold. Probably had hypothermia, who knows. But I always wear shorts, and the reason why, I usually have a jacket on. But when I do installs and stuff, it gets hot. I'm moving around, climbing up down the ladder, and I get hot really easily, and so I try to make myself as comfortable and to look as professional as possible. So I always wear shorts. And sometimes clients have on the heat in the fireplace. Woo. Woo. And so I can't wear jeans, because literally one time I had to tell lady, here to put out this fire, cannot do it, okay? I'm literally burning over here. I can't do it. So that's why I wear shorts a lot. Okay, we're going to add this last piece of this. And I'm going to back up with you guys and take a look at the wreath to see where I need to add anything. Hey, Sherry.
Something about Mary.
Oh, yeah. Have you seen that movie?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love it. Okay, I need one more piece kind of down here. And see, I didn't see that until I backed up. So right around here we have a space, and I'm going to add a little bit more of that greenery to help fill that in. Just like that. Okay, so I just want to keep giving you stopping points. So if you're doing this and you've spent all the money you want to spend on this wreath, it's beautiful like this, and you can definitely stop. But to really make this pop, and even though it's winter, I love a little glitter. So I have this pick here, which is one of my faves. This is called Glittered Golden Rain Leaf. Honey, it's raining. So I'm going to add some of this. It's just light lime green. It's not really that, real bright one. And just add a little, look at that. Add a little bit of this in. And again, this will keep you on your door all the way through February until you get ready to put out your spring colors. So we're going to start adding this in. I'm not going to add a lot, just a touch, because I just want to lighten this up, a little bit. I hope everyone's having a great day. I've loved getting to visit with you guys and talk to you about all the stuff that's been going on in my life and all the sales that I've been getting at on Facebook Marketplace. Oh no, I love a sale.
Morning, Connie.
Hi, Connie. How are you? All right. Look at that. We just added that little piece in. It just adds a pop of color. So now we're going to continue doing that throughout the bottom of the wreath. And I'm kind of bending and shaping the stems to kind of go with the pattern that I'm doing here. Put some some over here. You kind of pick everything up and lay it so it's not so compact. You don't want it to be flat. So I pick everything up and kind of adjust it and position it as I go around the wreath.
Well, I just noticed something, Dylan.
What?
With the berries hanging down at the top, it almost looks like a heart.
Oh, it kind of does. I did that on purpose, y'all, because I love y'all.
The center of it almost looks like a heart.
Yeah. See that happen. We're having a good morning. The wreath just turned into a heart. Okay. I'm going to add a little bit more. And remember, I'm following the pattern as I go all the way down. And I'm adding in some
Georgianne
glitter.
is asking, is there a different type of spring wreath that she can do besides Easter?
Yes, and I'll show you guys a lot of different options as we go through the year. But you can do lots of spring wreaths, meaning you can use different color combinations. You know, it's really up to your preference what color works best with your door or your outdoor setup, whether you have lawn furniture or patio furniture with different color cushions on it. There's a lot of things you can take into account when doing it to make sure everything blends together.
Morning, Maria.
I'm actually going to add this one piece right over there. It still has like a little void in it. Okay. You guys like the glitter in there? It's really starting to pop the wreath. And yes, it could possibly look like Christmas, but it's not so in your face, you know? Doesn't have big poinsettias on it. It doesn't have any Merry Christmas ribbon. It's more of a natural look. I heard Shanna's gone for the season. I heard Shanna's gone for the season. You know, the girl in the greenhouse, she's sweet. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, so we've got about half done. You guys can see what it looks like with and without.
Connie, he's not going to put a ribbon on this.
No, I'm not, Connie, but if you like ribbon and you want to add a bow to it, I just recommend doing that at the beginning before you add any of your greenery or your materials, because therefore you won't end up hiding your bow or, you know, getting everything too congested. So again, I recommend doing that at the beginning before you add anything else. I'm also very excited because, you know, I told y'all my barber that I really loved, he moved to Colorado, and so I haven't had anybody to cut my hair, and I really need a haircut. Y'all can probably tell what hair I have left. You know, it's falling out of here. And I'm going to a new one today, so I'm a little nervous because it's somebody new, and, you know, I only trust certain people with my hair, but I think it's all going to be good. Alright, we're going to add this last piece in. I'm going to step back and re-evaluate everything. Okay, let me step back with you guys and take a look.
Will you be doing Mardi Gras wreaths?
Hi, Patricia. Absolutely, Cindy. We're working right now to get all the Mardi Gras product that's coming in the doors on the website. So as soon as that stuff gets on there, then we'll start doing Mardi Gras as soon as possible, because I know it's going to be here before we know it, kind of like Christmas has. All right. Well, that about wraps up this wreath. So let me give you a little recap, okay? If you just joined us, guys, welcome. This is Dylan with Designs by Dylan. You can find me on my Facebook page at Designs by Dylan, D-Y-L-A-N. I'm here at Ella's Home and Garden this morning, and I will be every Tuesday at 10 to showcase their beautiful products that they have. Everything you see here can be found on their website, ellishomeandgarden.com. Don't forget the 24-inch oval and square, not oval, oval and round grapevine wreaths are the item of the week we have every week. 50% off savings, which makes it about $4.50, and you can get that online only. It applies online only. And everything here I think we used was 50 off also, all the Christmases. So I started with this pick here, I cut it in half, removed the pine cone, and I started forming my shape, my outline, before I added any other materials. Then I went ahead and added in some of the cedar greenery here. It's called Flock Juniper Spray, and this is only $2. I split this in half, so I got 2 picks out of one. I went back, filled in with that to give it a little bit more texture, different look to it as well. Then I came through and added this spray here, which is $5, split it in half again, added it in, and then I finished it off by adding a little bit of glitter, which is going to be this light green spray here, this glittered golden rain leaf. And I split this in half, added that through as well. The reason, again, I cut it in half is to keep it more in proportion with the sizing of the wreath that I'm doing, and I didn't want it, to come out so far. And again, everything is at ellishomeandgarden.com. I tried to show you stopping and starting points throughout the wreath, so if this amount of product works best with your budget, you can still make a pretty wreath. But I like to just get a good blend of product in there so it really is a standout showstopper on your front door. And again, this is going to take you all the way through, it could, until the end of February. If you don't want to put a Valentine's wreath up, that's totally cool. You could do something like this, maybe add a little white in for winter. Rebecca actually recommended cardinals earlier. You can put a few birds on there. So you can put a few cardinals and nest those in here as if they're nesting for the winter or whatever, and that'd be fun too. So you could do all of that.
We didn't have the live cardinals come.
No live cardinal. Y'all can't see this, but we're in the classroom. There's a window, and for the longest time there would be like was it a cardinal? It would peck on the window, and it could see its reflection, and it did that for, I swear, like a year, it seemed like. And it's not out there right now. Maybe it's too cold, but I'm sure he'll be back, honey.
Yeah.
I'm sure. But anyway, well, thank you guys so much for hanging out today. I had such a great time hanging out with y'all and Dina and catching up, and I can't wait for next Tuesday. I think, hopefully, if the product is available, we're going to do Mardi Gras wreath next Tuesday. So, it's not set in stone, but I'm hoping they get the product up and available. We've got lots of spring stuff coming in at Ellis, so they're going to pop that on the website, and we're going to start our transition out of Christmas into everyday, which I don't know about y'all, but I'm kind of ready. We've done so much Christmas, and it's been so fun, but I'm ready to have just a clean, fresh look. And so we're going to, show you all that stuff as we transition into the winter, spring season. So I hope everyone has a blessed day and a blessed week, and I'm going to run home and work on a few things in my house before I get my haircut at 2:30. And so I hope everyone has a fabulous week, and we will see you next time. I love you guys for watching. Bye, guys.
Bye.